Blackstone Audio presents Dead Man's Switch, a Kate Reilly racing mystery by Tammy Kaehler. To Patty and Pam for opening doors and inspiring me to step through them. To Chet for everything, always. Chapter 1. My first big break in auto racing came at the expense of someone's life, but I took it. You have to have that attitude in racing. Sometimes you lose because your clutch cable breaks or your tire blows, and sometimes you win because disasters strike faster teams. No asterisks get posted next to those wins. No explanations. It's just racing. Sometimes you have it rough, and sometimes you get lucky. On this day, I got lucky, and the driver I replaced, unlucky would be an understatement. We're talking about murder. I knew I'd endure weeks of sideways glances and sneers for a couple reasons. First, I'd be labeled an opportunist. It wouldn't be personal because any driver hired as a replacement would receive the same treatment. Second, my skills, or lack thereof. She could only get a ride by someone dropping dead. I'd have the last laugh from the podium at those naysayers. What I didn't anticipate were the whispers that maybe I'd engineered my predecessor's death to get the ride. I wasn't sure whether to be offended, scared that someone who counted would believe them, or flattered that someone might think of me as ruthless. I was female. I was 24. I'd been steadily working my way up the auto racing food chain since I was 12. I knew myself to be tenacious, aggressive, and stubborn. The racing world saw me as reserved and feminine, yet competent, and I worked hard for it. But the bottom line, to the good old boys of the racing world, was that I was too female to be ruthless. I hadn't heard those whispers yet, and I wasn't thinking beyond the ride being handed to me on a silver platter. I was going to be paid to drive for one race, and maybe for the remainder of the season. Despite what followed, I'd make the same choice again in a heartbeat. Chapter 2. As usual, I'd gotten to the track early that morning. It was July, and the American Le Mans Series, or ALMS, was running at Lime Rock Park in Lakeville, Connecticut for the 4th of July weekend. ALMS cars ran in the finale of 4 days of racing and celebrations that comprised the New England Grand Prix.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?